On this episode of Walk a Mile in Their Shoes, we are at Tunnel Springs Park in Salt Lake City, Utah. And our guest today is Melodey Colcord.
My name is Melodey. I'm 24. I love photography. I love all things mental health and healing. And I'd like for you to walk a mile in my shoes.
Hi, Melodey.
Hello.
Good to see you again,
Nice
my old
to see
friend.
ya.
Yeah. Well, thank you for inviting us here. This is such a cool place. I've been on the other side of that mountain a lot of times, but never on this side.
Yep.
So I'm glad that you picked this spot.
Well, the trail goes all the way to the other side.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, since you're familiar, I'll let you lead the way.
Yep. Okay.
So we'll go ahead and get started on our hopeful mile. I know you mentioned previously that you had some concerns about getting through a full mile.
Yes.
And we'll walk and we'll go as long as you can.
Okay.
I'm just grateful that you're willing. If you want to just stop in general or stop at a bench, we can.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, you just let me know. But I wanted to ask you about that. I kind of wanted you to give some background as to why, or sort of what led to those concerns about you not being able to go a full mile.
All right. So back in 2023, I was taking lithium for my depression, and it built up in my body and it poisoned me. And I actually ended up in a coma. And when I woke up, I had to relearn how to talk, relearn how to walk, rewrite, and eat everything. I had to relearn how to do everything.
Yeah.
And so my speech is a little bit off too as well. And I have short-term memory loss from it now. And I have a little bit of a hard time walking and doing and talking at the same time. So.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, that.
And it's definitely been hard because I have new disabilities that I have to learn to live with. And a lot of that comes with anxiety. And it's made my depression a lot worse. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's a whole new set of challenges that you're having to deal with. Well, again, I'm grateful that you're willing to walk with us as long as you can. And so that stemmed from a car accident as well, right?
No, so what happened is I went to the gas station the day before, and my vision was kind of wonky, and I hit a parked car in the parking lot. Yeah. The day before. So that's what happened.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So yeah, you've kind of have needed to deal with these new challenges, and what have been some things that I guess you've learned about yourself since
One thing that I've learned is that I'm very resilient. I've been told that my whole life. But until I went through my accident and I had to relearn everything, I didn't really see how strong I really was. It took 2 years to get to this point. So I know that I have a lot of strength and I have a lot of courage and I can do hard things.
That's for sure.
Yes.
Well, you've inspired me for a long time.
Yep.
I've told you more than once that you're one of my great heroes. And so, along those lines, prior to this happening, things that you just talked about, you've also dealt with a lot of really big traumatic situations. And so I was hoping that you would be willing to kind of talk about maybe a couple of those times in your life when you really dealt with some really taxing mental health situations, and kind of how you worked through it, how you managed, things like that. Maybe a couple.
So one of the hardest things I went through was I was sexually assaulted when I was young, 13, and I ended up pregnant. And that was really hard for me because it was family related. And I struggled really hard, but one of the things that helped me get through was I dove myself into my schoolwork. And that really kept me grounded and kept me focused on something. Another thing that's been hard that I've gone through is my birth mom was murdered when I was young. And I have just done lots of therapy. I've been on medications. My sister was also a big help through that time. My sister, Maddie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's, so it's kind of what you said. And thank you for being willing to share some of those.
Of course.
Obviously very traumatic situations.
Yes.
But it sounds like routine was really important.
Yes, routine is the one thing that helps me a lot. I have hard times where some days it's hard to even keep my routine. And so what me and my therapist have done is I have a routine for my good days and I have a routine for my bad days. So that I still can get some stuff done when I'm having a bad day.
Yeah. That's so interesting. How do you determine, or how do you tell what's a good day and a bad day for you?
For me, a good sense is my anxiety. My anxiety will be really high and I'll have a panic attack for no reason. Another sign that things are just not really good is I tend to be overly tired on bad days. And so, yeah.
Okay. So kind of anxiety and panic,
fatigue,
and fatigue kind of are those factors that you look for.
Yeah, and I have a lot of racing thoughts too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you would be willing, could you take me through each of those routines and things that you do on those particular days?
So on my good days, I get up, I wake my partner up for work, and then I get up and I do my makeup, I wash my face, do my skincare, brush my teeth, and then I usually will eat a little breakfast. And then after that, I'm trying to get some movement into my day. So I've been doing kettlebell workouts every day on my good days. And then after that, I kind of just relax and wait for my partner to get home, and then we make dinner and enjoy the rest of the night. But on bad days, my routine is to at least brush my teeth, to at least brush my hair, to change my clothes, and to eat something small at least.
Yeah, so taking care of those basic needs.
Yes.
It's like that. Yeah, and so, yeah, I think that's a great point. Like when days are particularly tough, we have to sort of shrink things down, don't we? And take care of those basic needs. And anything else kind of is a bonus at that point.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I love that. Okay. You've mentioned therapy a lot. I'm curious with the experience that you've had in therapy, and just kind of looking at the world as we know it now. What, if you could implement or kind of change things about mental health, or make things standard about mental health, what would be some things that you would do?
So the first thing I would do is I would make DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, more available, because I have borderline personality disorder, and the golden standard is DBT. But when I went to do it, nobody would take insurance, so we had to pay for it out of pocket. And I feel like it's not offered to a lot of people. And I feel like DBT changed my life so much that people should give it a try more often. Right. And it should be easily accessible and should be covered by insurance.
Agreed. For those who may be watching, would you be willing to explain, because you brought up a couple different terms there.
Yes.
Dialectical behavior therapy, as well as a diagnosis of borderline personality disorder. Could you talk about both of those?
Yes. So borderline personality disorder is a personality disorder that is formed from experiencing a lot of trauma or pain in your life. And what it does is it changes your brain. So you're overactive, you're overreactive. I tend to split, which means I go from idolizing someone to devaluing them in a split second. It's a lot of roller coasters of emotions throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then DBT is dialectical behavioral therapy,
Mm-hmm.
which in my terms, it kind of helps your brain learn how to pause before you react. It helps you learn how to not take everything so personal
Mm-hmm.
and to step outside of the situation and see things in a bigger light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that comes up a lot when we're talking about trauma and,
Yes.
and things like that. Are there certain specifics of DBT that have really struck a chord or resonated with you?
So one of them is actually temperature therapy. And so this right here is a neck ice.
Oh, wow.
It's an ice pack for my neck that I keep on 24/7 that helps with my anxiety and my panic attacks. But also I keep it on 24/7 because the cold just helps keep my anxiety at bay. That's one of the things that has really helped is temperature therapy and changing temperature whenever you're feeling overwhelmed. Another tool that I learned was to take a minute, but to, like when I'm having internal or non-internal conflict, but conflict with somebody when I need a break, to say I need a break and then give the amount of time I'm going to be away instead of just storming off and getting mad.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that you brought that up and brought that today. That's really neat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have it all the time.
Yeah. It's amazing what, controlling our temperature or our heart rate or just those.
And that's one thing that I struggle with actually with my anxiety is I randomly will get hot sweats or cold sweats and I'll be freezing, but I'll be sweating a bunch. And so that's one thing that the ice helps with is it helps keep my body temperature regulated.
Yeah. And those kind of, we talk about physical aspects of health, really it's just kind of all one big umbrella of health, but when we talk about those physical things, they're so connected. So I love that you're taking care of those, and in turn it's helping the mental side too.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Oh, this is a bike trail. Whoops.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, is it better to come up here? Or?
Yes.
Okay. You're the captain of this ship today.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. It comes back.
Comes back either way. Okay. How are you feeling right now?
I'm a little bit tired.
You're a little tired? Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then how about we, I thought I'd wrap up.
Go back if you talk on the way back if you want to.
Want to turn around?
Yeah,
okay.
That's fine.
We can turn around. That's just fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, turn around. Okay. Well then, I just want to ask a couple more things if that's okay.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. You brought up therapy, of course, and getting into therapy and the struggles that are there. Because I hear about that all the time too.
It's really hard.
Working in the schools.
And not only is it hard to get into therapy, but finding a therapist that works for you.
Yes.
That works with your personality and with what you need is hard.
Yeah. And so finding that match is so important. So how did you know when you found a good match in therapy?
So I knew when I found a good match in therapy when I went to drug treatment and had the therapist given to me that didn't judge me and that I could be fully honest with about my worst thoughts, about my worst behaviors, and that didn't try to change me, but tried helping me and actually cared about me. And I wasn't just a number in their client list.
Yeah, because it's you can always tell, right?
Yes.
When that therapist or that counselor is genuine.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you finally found that match.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Because that's something that is so important, because sometimes we hear people go into therapy and they say, well, it didn't work.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah, and they give up.
Yeah. So it's so important to just keep trying.
Because I tried CBT, which is talk therapy, for 10 years about, and until I tried DBT. Actually, longer than that. It was like 15 years.
Wow.
And I honestly didn't see this big of a change until I found DBT. So the one thing I would take away from that is that never give up, that the right resources and the right treatment is out there for you. You just have to find it.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
You just have to keep trying. Thank you for sharing that, because I know people struggle with not only finding it but also sticking with it.
Yes.
And so you are a great model of just
pushing through.
Keep going. Yeah. So as we finish, I wanted to ask you about that type of theme of pushing through, because from what I know about you, you've kind of been to that edge a lot.
Yes.
In your life.
I have.
What keeps you going?
Honestly, sometimes it's hard to say. What keeps me going now is my sister and her kids and my partner and my cat. But other than that, what pushes me is that I want to help others. I want to help others that are struggling with the same thing. And so I want to be around to help people as needed. So it pushes me to get through the hard times, because if I can get through it, that means I can help someone else get through it.
Yeah, for sure. And we've had that conversation before about how you will be doing that, and you are doing that now.
Yes.
And so I'm grateful for you that you keep going.
Yeah.
Because clearly you are needed.
Yes.
You have these great family connections, and there's other people out there who are benefiting from you being around.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to see sometimes, but I know it deep down.
Yeah. I'm grateful for that. I know you're tired, and I'm so grateful for you to take this walk. And so I want to just wrap up. It's really important for me in these types of interviews for you to have a chance to maybe talk or address that one person who like you in the past is at that edge, is struggling and needs something to keep going.
Yeah.
What would you say to that person?
I would say to hold on. It may feel like you're alone, but I promise you're not, and a lot of people feel the same way. It's just about finding the right path and the right people to be around. And it all starts with acceptance. You have to radically accept who you are and what you need. Yeah. Thank
you. I said it again, I'll say it one more, but thank you for being my hero. I appreciate your example through the years.
Thank you for helping me so much in my childhood.
Well, I appreciate you, Melody. I'm grateful that you were willing to give us the time that you had and the energy that you have.
Yes.
So thank you so much,
I appreciate
Melody.
it so much.
Yeah, thanks for being my hero.
You're welcome.